Hey, it's Brenda with another episode of Living Your Grit with Grace. I'm here talking to you from Horse Sense Healing. Yesterday, I was driving home from my Thanksgiving holiday with my family over on the West Coast, and driving up the Columbia Gorge, there was some bad weather, and there was slush, pretty deep slush, and ice and snowpack, and everyone had to slow down, and certainly no one had prepared, or not, maybe they prepared. I had studded snow tires and a four-wheel drive, but nobody really prepared for themselves to land in the ditch. Well, several people did, and some had skidded off into the guardrail and bounced back across and wound up in the ditch alongside the road. Fortunately, nothing looked very serious. But it got me thinking about how we can be headed towards a goal or a vision or a destination, and suddenly we're veered off course, we're knocked off course, especially and most often when things are outside of our control, unpredictable things. So the unexpected twists and turns that can knock us off center and present confusion and challenges and what's next, or now what do I do, it really can knock us off center. So I was thinking about how this year has gone for myself. This last spring I was super excited, but I was getting some real clarity, because sometimes clarity is kind of challenging for me. I was getting clarity about the direction I wanted to take my business, and I was excited about getting things moving forward again with my Grit with Grace series and empowerment work I do with women and youth. And I thought, this year, I'm not going to get knocked off center. I'm not going to get veered off course. The past few years, it's happened to me outside of my control, and certainly I would show up the way I showed up for people that needed me, as I did. But this year I got knocked off center in a really big way when my mom suddenly died. And so I got knocked off course for my whole year, but also for the course of my life. And I had to start looking at taking care of everything that needed taken care of. Now I'm finding time to allow the grief, but and then how do I show up? What do I do? Life runs concurrently. Things had to be put on hold for sure, but it's been really challenging. So the possibility is it doesn't have to be a death. We can get knocked off course by a lot of things. But sometimes when we get veered off course, it's disorienting. We can get confused. We can give up on our destination, or we can revise our destination. We can choose how we want to show up while we're being redirected. Who knows what the real purpose is of all that? But so like me, you have challenges too in your life. You have sudden changes. You have losses. You have grief. You have changes in jobs, things outside of your control. Maybe your client base has changed or suddenly changed. Your job is changing or ending. All these unpredictable things in life can happen and really knock us off course and knock us off center. You wind up feeling unsettled, maybe angry, frustrated, scared, stressed, exhausted, all of those things. What's next? Maybe there's a few people giving you advice. You find yourself not knowing how to take care of everything and get back on course, if that's possible. You aren't even sure what being on course means now. You aren't clear how to proceed or how you even want to be while you're off course. If you're sure you just want to take some time to figure it out, and that time isn't there. Life is running concurrently. You feel stuck in the grit of it and don't know what to do. Well, the good news is it is possible to get support and gain clarity on the direction about what's next, how you want to show up and how you want to get back on course or revise your course. Sure, there's some things we can't change. We cannot change, but we can change how we show up and how we want to be, we can find our way. It's been hard not having my mom on the planet. I'm not going to lie about that. It's changed my life a great deal. And it's changed the demands that were placed on me. I was a caregiver over the distance on the phone for a long time, and that had its own course of things. So finding how to be and how I want to be now without all those things and without my mom. So we can do it. We can get support for doing that, and we can have a new direction. So if you're interested in how the horses and I can help you get support, gain clarity, get back on course, or create a new course for yourself, a new vision, a new story of living your grit with grace, you can find us at horsesensehealing.com, and it's also above the video. So here's to living your grit with grace and changing those stories from "no, I can't" to "yes, I can." Enjoy your evening.